Topping the list of Montana races this year is the re-election campaign of U.S. Senator Jon Tester, seen by some as a vulnerable Democrat in a Trump-friendly state. But for now, national and local observers have shoved this race down the list, as Republicans don't have a high-profile opponent.
It's definitely a top 10 race in the country. I don't think it's a top 3 race. I think there are other Democrats that are a little bit more vulnerable. So I think Tester's in a little bit better position relative to 2012, but we'll see.
As many as 6 Republicans may compete for the party's nomination to challenge Tester. They include State Auditor Matt Rosendale, former State Judge Russ Fagg of Billings, State Senator Al Olszewski, and businessman Troy Downing. GOP voters will choose their candidate in the June 5th primary. Newly minted Republican Congressman Greg Gianforte is also up for re-election, and a half-dozen Democrats are vying to challenge him this November. Gianforte certainly starts out as the favorite, but if President Trump's popularity doesn't hold up and Democrats have a good year nationally, this could become a tight race.
Donald Trump is becoming less and less and less popular, even in a place like here in Montana. I think it's a risk to wrap yourself around Donald Trump. You might come to Election Day and might find that you regret that decision.
Or will you? State GOP leaders say they still consider the president a positive and will embrace him. State Party Chair Deborah Lamb also says they'll emphasize that Senator Tester has not supported the president on key issues.
But our main task right now is showing Montana who Tester really is, because he says one thing, but when he gets into D.C., he does something else.
Also on the ballot in 2018 in Montana are a pair of state Supreme Court races, 2 Public Service Commission spots, and 125 legislative seats. Democratic Party Executive Director Nancy Keenan says Trump has fired up the opposition, and that she's expecting many Democrats to step forward and run once candidate filing begins a week from Thursday.
We're ahead of schedule in recruitment. It's amazing the number of people that want to run, and all really quality candidates coming from those local communities.
Republicans control a 32-18 majority in the state Senate and a 59-41 edge in the state House. Democrats say they're ready to shrink those majorities, but the GOP says that's not going to happen.
I think we could very possibly pick up some seats. I think we're doing a good job of recruiting.
Everyone's talking confidence now, of course. But as we know, a lot can change by Election Day, and many factors will play a role, from voter turnout to the economy. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.